This is just down the road from where we parked last night. What a shame. Such a beautiful location, and then people have to do this. So we're on the Olympic Peninsula, and for the next 4 or 5 days we're going to be cruising around, taking in some sights. This video is going to just showcase some of our adventures and my photography. Before we get going, let me just mention that Lavinia and I have actually already been to Olympic before, and we decided not to go back to the Hoh rainforest on this trip. And Hurricane Ridge Road is currently closed for construction, so you're not going to see anything from those two locations. Let's get going and let's go see another slice of God's beautiful creation. Well, I guess this is the official first sunset shoot of our adventure. So we've come down to Ruby Beach, part of the Olympic National Park, just before sunset. Gonna go see what I can do here. Been playing around a little bit with different compositions. Had a little bit of light in the sky. The sun is just about to go down, and unfortunately I don't think we're gonna get much more light, but still had some fun. Hopefully got some good shots. It's good to be near the ocean and doing some photography. We had a great first night in the Olympic Peninsula. We stayed at this campground that is literally right next to the ocean. So it was fun just having the sounds of the waves in the background. Had a fun walk this morning on the beach with Tilly and a pretty relaxing morning. So we're gonna keep heading north. We're gonna head up towards Forks and keep the adventure going. Sunset tonight is at Rialto Beach, but not first after a bit of tasty dinner, some beef stew that Lavinia made. So I'm actually going to walk down the beach a ways to an area called, it's called a hole in the wall. It's about 1.5 miles down the beach. I'm going to have to get a little bit lucky. The clouds are coming in pretty strong right now. It was sunny when we turned up and had dinner, but the clouds are coming in, so we'll see what it looks like, but it's going to be pretty regardless, so looking forward to this. So I made it down to the hole in the wall, which I think is just right over there. It's kind of an odd angle with where the tide levels are right now. Tides are up pretty high, but still really cool. A lot of really pretty compositions, so we've got another 30 minutes or so until sunset, so hoping the light does something good here, but regardless, this has been a fun evening. I've hiked down to Second Beach, which is pretty close to the campground that we stayed at last night, the Mora campground. It's about 3/4 of a mile hike down to the beach. So just gonna have a bit of a wander and check things out. So we camped last night at Mora Campground. And evidently this is vampire country for all you Twilight fans out there. I'm not. I've actually never read the books or seen the movies, but my wife tells me that we are definitely in Twilight territory. So, a little bit of trivia. Last night was our first true, I guess, boondocking experience. We drove down a Forest Service road and we got this spot here just off the side of the road. And it worked out great. We are parked right next to the river. It was a really quiet, peaceful night. Just took Tilly for a bit of a walk and really enjoyed it. We're the only ones as far as the eye can see on this road. So we had the place all to ourselves. This is just down the road from where we parked last night. What a shame. Such a beautiful location, and then people have to do this. We're gonna get going this morning. We're gonna head up to the very northwest corner of the peninsula to Cape Flattery. So looking forward to the drive up there. Well, we just pulled into our campsite for the evening. We're at the Salt Creek Recreation Area on the very far north end of the peninsula. We've got some peekaboo water views and the weather's pretty decent. It's sunny. We're gonna go for a bit of a wander. So this recreation area is actually a former military installation called Camp Hayden that was constructed for coastal defenses during World War II. Housed here were two 16-inch guns. We saw pictures of them and they are massive. We've seen a few other bunkers kind of scattered around, so some pretty interesting history. Well, that's a wrap for the Olympic Peninsula. You know, we had such a great time standing on the shores of Lake Crescent. We just enjoyed chasing waves and waterfalls and just seeing everything that this place has to offer. You know, I've said this before, and I'm probably going to say it again, there's just no way to show you everything that we're seeing. So, but what I hope is you're getting to see some of the highlights, but also that this is inspiring you to get out there yourself. Maybe there's a spot in your backyard, maybe there's somewhere that you've been wanting to fly to drive to. What would it take for you to step closer to that and get out there? We're headed now to Vancouver Island. We're taking a ferry over there this afternoon, so stay tuned for the next episode. We'll be showcasing everything that we're seeing there. We hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time, and may God bless you.